I'm getting there, boys. Hang on. Almost there, guys. Just hang on. Hopefully, give me a 5x5. You can hear me. Let me get to my page here. And that way I can see what you guys see. See if everything is good. Let's see. Okay. We got. That's probably me. Alright, I figured out a couple of minutes. Alright. 2 watching. Good morning to you. Let me know if you can hear me loud. Thought I'd jump on here for a little bit and just kind of haven't done a live in a while, so. Gotta get set up, gotta get my lights. Alright, let's see. Hope you're doing good. I hope the 1 or 2 people out there watching, you're doing good. I'm doing excellent. Well, we got Matt Shack. Good morning to you, sir. Can you hear me loud and clear? I got a microphone right here, but let me know if you can hear me. Just so I can make sure I'm loud enough for everyone. Greetings. Greetings. Hey, as you say, from the Erie Coast. How are you doing? How's the weather looking over there? Let me just make this chat comment big. So I want to put my glasses on, you know? Audio is a little low. Let's try this. Let me try this. Let me switch this out. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Let me know. Maybe it's just I have it pinned too low. I have a microphone right over here by my camera, so I can hook that up. It won't even take me a second, so let me know if that helps. Greetings. Mic check 1, 2. Let me know I'm clear. Can you give yourselves a thumbs up? Can I go boom? Now I got 3 likes. 4 likes. Alright. I may switch that up here. Just so there's no this table around here. That's what you gotta do when you're a YouTube star, you know, you gotta do all this microphone. Let me switch this out. We won't play around here. Give me a second. I'm gonna take this out. I got this portable clip that I use. So it's no biggie. No biggie. Just may need to charge that up, so let's see if we can get this microphone on here. Switch that around. Alright. Hook this up here. Hang on there. Alright. Let's see. Alright, let me know. Can you hear me? Am I louder? Am I clear? Let me know. Doesn't it suck when you're trying to like do do a video and the audio's just low. It's like, fuck, man, can't win, you know. And I certainly don't want to yell. I don't want to be yelling early in the morning. You know, I got neighbors that get up too, and they want to sit outside and drink coffee. 5x5, awesome, great, Nomadics. Good morning to you, sir. It's been a while. Matt Chat said audio is better. So I'm gonna look at the chat here, so I don't have to put my glasses on and read the small print, and that way we have it that way. So been doing good, guys. Laying low. I think I'm gonna have to actually take a road trip tomorrow on Veterans Day. I did not want to do that, but I have a kiddo that's moving, and they need dad's help. So they they need help. I'm gonna help them, right? It's not like your kids buy a house and move all the time, but you know, you do it while you can, right? You do it while you can. So, happy birthday, Marines! 247 years. Cheers, yes sir, yes sir. I am. I did not serve, but my uncle did in the Vietnam War. He's a Marine, and in fact, I had a what is it? An M? I don't know what the military jacket's called. M. I don't want to say the wrong name, but I think it's an M65 or M something. It's a real thick military jacket, right? Back in the day, with the inner lining, and I had that last year. This is part of the collection stuff that I had from my grandfather. Not that he served, but for some reason they just acquired all kind of stuff, and they were really big on the military gear back in the day because, as you know, Matt Shad, they don't make them like they used to anymore, right? If you go to J.C. Penney or any sporting goods store and you buy camo or any type of outdoor jacket that looks military like, it ain't the same material. I can tell you that. This thing was thick. I mean, warm. The guy that bought it, I went back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. He was a Marine, and that's why he wanted it. Anyway, we finally got around to a time and date to lock in and meet up, and he was so grateful. He's like, "Thank you for meeting me. Thank you for you know holding on to it as much as you could." And I'm sorry. He goes, "I was just trying to find a time. I was coming out of town to meet you to get this because I wasn't going to drive out of town. You know, my prices stay low, but you have to come to me. That's just how it works, right? Unless it's a huge big item, like I will meet you halfway." Anyway, uh, he put it on. He's like, "Whoa!" He was just so he was so happy. He was like, "Oh man." He goes, "This thing is heavy. This thing is warm." So the Gore-Tex I had in the Marines is nothing like I found out here. Yeah, exactly, exactly. So, and I had two of them. One of them I sold last year that did not have the inner lining. You know, the ones that you can snap in there with a button, or some of them snap in. And that one sold. And then I held on to this one thinking I'd use it. It was like, I'm not military. I just don't see myself using that here in Texas. I don't really go camping or go anywhere that it's cold. This guy travels. He's a businessman, so he travels all over the place. And there's certain parts of Texas that it does get cold enough that you have to bundle up. So where I'm going this weekend, Oklahoma, they got some cold weather this weekend. So luckily no snow or rain. The weather's going to be good, but it's going to be like, I think I saw like low 50s, maybe high 40s. And then at night it was like 25, 31. I was like, ooh, that's too cold for this Texan. But I'm gonna go. I want to see my grandson, and I miss him. So you do what you do, right? So anyway, got that going on this weekend. I was gonna go to a powwow, Native American Indigenous powwow. They had in close to me. I was gonna go to that this weekend. My cousin dropped out. Says I'm broke. I can't go. My phone's out. I'm like, oh, too many issues. Okay, cool. So, and my wife can't go because she's gonna go to the Renaissance Festival with her family. So, unless she changes her mind at the last minute and says, you know what, I'll go with you. I want to see our grandson. So, company's always good to have. I'm good at 6 hours, but man, that's pushing it for me. Like, I'm already like, I need to stop. So, I told my wife I'm gonna stop and take my time. Usually when me and her go, I'll just go straight shot. as fast as I can go, but being safe. And but yeah, so it's gonna be a long drive. So I'm gonna take my time. So anyway, that's what I got going on this weekend. We haven't seen any doomsday stuff happen, so that's good, right? It's funny how we see so many channels that talk about this and that, and prepping and doomsday and blah blah blah. Matt Chad, you're here, brother. I'm gonna give you. Let me see if I can do this from here. Can I do this? Yeah, I'm gonna give you a wrench just in case. I know you gave me one. Let me see. How do I do this? Add as moderator. Let's do that. Just in case. I don't know if people will come in here, but occasionally I'll have somebody come in scrounging, and I'm like, well, why are you messing with bread? I'm one of the best good guys to know. Um, I know because of my wisdom, I may come off as Mr. Know-It-All, but I don't. I don't know it all. I'm not perfect. I make mistakes. I just don't make as many mistakes as a lot of people out there do. And so that comes off as maybe arrogant, or I'm belittling people, and I'm not. Usually the people that get triggered on my videos or my comments, and this happens outside of YouTube also, it's usually the ones that are listening to the message and thinking, that's me. He's talking about me. He didn't say my name, but he's talking about me. And they get triggered and they get offended and they have to leave a response of some sort. And I'm like, dude, it's just a message. It's like a fortune cookie. You open it up, you read it, it either applies to you or it doesn't. And if it doesn't because you have your shit together, move along. Throw that shit away. People that have their shit together, I'll say this. People that have their shit together and that read comments, read posts, um, and have their shit together, they don't get offended by that. They're like, he ain't talking to me because I have my shit together. My life is not fucked up. I don't have a lot of issues in my life. Um, he's not talking to me. The ones that don't have their shit together, that have been in and out of the system, have had issues with the law, have had issues with multiple partners, baby mamas, baby daddies, whatever. Um, they get offended, and I'm like, I'm not trying to knock anyone. I'm just spewing my wisdom. You take it or leave it. It's nothing personal. I'm not calling your name out, but for some reason people get triggered. I don't know why. I try to keep a balance though. I definitely try to keep a balance of like, and I promise you, if you get to, I'm not arrogant. I don't talk loud. I don't do a lot of talking. I'm more of an action person. If I say I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it. If I'm gonna be there, I'm gonna be. It's not complicated. It's not. Let me see what. Gotta love the wisdom. I try no nomadics. I try. Let's see. What was another comment that I miss? Make sure I don't miss anything. Long time no see, Red. Good morning. Good morning, sir. The boatman, the Bowie man. Yeah. I just haven't had any drive, any passion to make videos. I've been just trying to like watch what's going on, not comment too much on events around the world because you know we don't know. We don't know the hour. We don't know the date, the time, and Guns and Blades. What's going on, sir? What up, Red? What up, Bowie man? Good morning, sir. Good morning to everybody this morning. Good morning to all the hardworking men and women out there. Good morning to all the good people out there. Good morning to all the patriots out there. Good morning to you, sir and ma'am. Guns and Blades, brother. Yeah. Guns and Blades. Yeah, definitely. So, haven't gone to the gun range. Now that it's getting cooler in Texas this month, I am going to head to the range at some point. I don't know when. But last time I went, I took my daughter, my oldest daughter, and one of my oldest daughters. One of them's a stepdaughter, but one of my oldest daughter, I took her, and man, I was drenching sweat. I mean, I was sweating so much in the cap that when I turned down, the sweat would come down here like drip, drip. I'm like, what the fuck? It was too hot, man. Too humid here. And even somebody else that went dove hunting in another part of Texas was telling me, man, it was sweat. It was hot. He goes, I was just drenching. I was like, me too, man. Me too. So let's see. Guns and Blade. Yeah. So I said good morning, everybody. Yeah. So you, you take wisdom with a grain of salt, right? Sometimes it applies to you. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes you just roll with the punches, right? And you figure out what what applies to you in your life at that time. I always tell people, I'm constantly learning. I'm constantly seeking wisdom. Somebody out there, good or bad, high or low, law abiding, crooked, whatever, has some wisdom that I can maybe obtain. It may not be something that I consider like good wisdom. It may be somebody doing an act of whatever. And I'm thinking, note to self, don't do that. Note to self, don't be a dumbass. Note to self, don't fucking cheat people. Note to self, don't break into someone's house because you might end up with a bullet in your ass. It's just stuff like that that you can take away from other people, right? Learn from their mistakes. What's wrong with learning from other people's mistakes? The problem is in America we don't like other people pointing out our mistakes, right? Back in the day, your neighbor, your neighborhood kid, their parents would get on your ass, and your parents wouldn't say anything because they're like, good, he got on your ass because you were doing something you weren't supposed to. Nowadays, you can't tell anyone shit about their kids. Even if you have the best intentions, you're like, hey, stop doing that. And they're like, oh, you yelled at my kid. Like, I didn't yell at your kid. I told him to stop doing that because he's going to hurt himself or he's going to hurt someone else. But nowadays, we just kind of let them say, well, if he falls, he falls. It busts his ass, busts his head. So be it. Good morning, Jared. Good morning, sir. Jared Pierce. I don't have my glasses on, so I made the screen down here a little bit bigger so I can make it just a little bit tiny bigger. So you get older, man, your vision changes, right? So, but stuff like that, and it's like I can admit my own faults. Like I can tell you when I'm wrong, I'm wrong. When I fucked up, I fucked up. When it's me, it's me. I will be as clear as day and tell you that. So people, I mean, you find people today that they just it's hard. They can't fathom being wrong. They can't fathom saying, "Hey, you know what? I'm sorry. You're right. I'm wrong." Not you. You're not always gonna be right. You're gonna be wrong sometimes in this life. What's wrong with admitting that? Yeah. Let's see. My wisdom comes from doing stupid stuff and surviving. But as long as you learn from it, as long as you learn from it, Mad Chad, and you take accountability, and you're like, yes, this was a stupid thing. Yes, I learned from it. Yes, I won't do it again. Yes, there's a lesson here. You're learning, right? But for people that just do it over and over, and it's like, dude, wake up, McFly, wake up. That is you learn from your mistakes. But the problem is people get upset that you're pointing out their errors, you're pointing out their mistakes, right? They get offended, and I'm just like, why are you getting offended? I'm just trying to give you some advice. And some people will say, well, just mind your effing business, which I do. But I can't help sometimes just watch something. I'm like, man, that really wasn't too smart. I've done stupid mistakes too. I just don't do as many stupid things as other people do, but I make mistakes. So anyway, moving on from the wisdom thing, but getting back to world events, this whole red wave, this whole, did we win, did we not? It's all politics. All you can do is your part. I'm not saying don't vote. Definitely go vote. And if you don't vote, they say, well, you can't complain. Of course, people are going to complain, regardless. If you got some skin in the game or not, people complain. If you don't buy a lotto ticket and somebody wins next door, people complain, right? Oh, I didn't win that. I never win that. Well, you didn't fucking buy a ticket. So vote, you know? My wisdom comes from watching people do dumb stuff, suffering from it, and me not doing it. It's exactly, exactly, Delanor. Rosie. I that is how I learned. That's always been my mindset growing up, is watching what other people do. Am I on the sidelines a lot? Sure. I'm watching the show with my popcorn in my hand, taking note. I'm not always in the game. I'm not always on the playing field, but I'm watching. I'm like, man, that looks cool, but that looks a little dangerous. That looks a little like you can break some bones. I don't think I'll do that. So, speaking of throwing knives, one of my coworkers was saying, "Yeah," she goes, I've seen some of your videos, and I was watching them, and my boyfriend's like, "What are you like? Who are you watching, or what do you watch?" She's like, "Oh, this is my coworker. He throws knives and tomahawks. It's pretty neat." And he's like, and of course, people that don't do what you do have to wonder, or I don't think he was criticizing, but just wonder. He's like, "Is that his first throw, or is that his 50th throw?" Right? And I told her, I was like, "Look, I'm gonna be honest with you. Most cases, I can get it within a couple of tries. Not all the time. Sometimes I'm hot out of the box, first try or third try. Boom, I get it on target. Sometimes it takes a dozen tries. Sometimes not me, because I don't want to tear up my arm. Some people will throw 50 tries before they hit that center target because they're determined. They want to do it. It's something that's like a hobby. They have passion. They want to accomplish that goal and get it on film, saying, "I did that," right? And I said, to be honest with you, I said, people will go live, or people will post videos, but who wants to sit there and watch them throw 50 times just to get the target? Do you? I don't. And I throw knives. And she's like, "Yeah, you're right." I was like, "So I usually will show the highlights of my throws. And I try to keep them under 2 minutes, because people's attention span is very short these days. And I'm finding my time to be valuable. And if it's something interesting, most of the time when I'm watching people's videos, I'm either working and listening, or I'll put it on and I'm doing something in the garage. If it's a late night, I'll put an earpiece in and I'll just lay down in bed and I'm listening to it, right? But beyond that, you know, several minutes, it's pushing it for a lot of people. So I try to keep my videos 2 minutes or less. But I was telling her, I said, even the best of the best, even the best of the best miss. When I went to that knife event, some of the top dogs that were throwing, man, they miss. You don't always hit center. Unfortunately, it's not like a gun where you can just pull your pistol out and just, phew. You're actually doing momentum, trying to go fast and like throw that to center target. Whole lot different than drawing a pistol or a rifle, because that momentum comes from just drawing it and aiming it and pulling the trigger, and you're letting the mechanics, right, do the force. It's different. What's up, Snaps? Oh, snaps, screw, snaps, snafu, snaps. Brother, whenever you do that opening, you're like, "Oh, snap, snap, snaps." I was like, "Oh, shit, he got my attention. He got my attention." So the optics are high, bro. Yeah, Snaps, I want to tell you something since you're here. I hope you take care of yourself, brother. Keep the calmness down. I know you're passionate about it, and I support you 100%. I am sub to what's his name, but not for the reasons that you think. I'm sub to that fool because I want to see when the day comes when he when he crumbles down. So it's more of a just like I'm sub to him just to see what just to see when the day comes and he's like, "Okay, guys, I admit it. I was wrong. I did this. I messed up." I'm waiting for that day. So, but anyways, I do enjoy your videos. Just keep your blood pressure down, brother. I don't want you to get sick. But you are right, man. Um, I'm gonna emphasize a little bit on what you're doing here in a second. Let me see this comments here. Jared said, I don't want to skip anybody. So Jared said, "I want to see good people succeed and bad people fail, and I'll do anything I can to help and support the good ones." Amen, Jared. Amen, brother. Amen. Because the thing is, good people, they put their time in, they put their dues in, right? They put the work in. And it's disheartening when you see someone try so hard to do the right thing to fail and say, man, they put the effort in. And now on the back end, I'm gonna help them because they've showed goodwill. They showed that they've actually tried to like do the right thing. And I tell my kids this: doing the right thing is hard. Doing the right thing is it's not easy. Hey, Snaps, I don't want to put some pressure on you, brother, but I'm gonna make you as a moderator. I don't get on that much, but I know you're good people, so I'm gonna put you as a moderator too. If you don't want to do it, that's fine. Just you got a blue wrench, so when you're here, I'm never on lives that long anyway, so I still got another 30 minutes or so to be on before I gotta log on to work. Twisted Metal said good morning. Good morning, Twisted. Hope you're doing well, brother. But yeah, you always want to help good people out. Snaps, back to you, brother. You are doing something that a few of us that have been around YouTube for a while have seen over the years. I have seen what you've seen. Maybe not to your level, but I have been around long enough, and I was having this conversation with some of the old timer YouTubers through chat, and I was like, man, I'm the last of the Maverick Mafia, the MM4 group, right? That was a little group that we called ourselves, just a bunch of guys, right? Pretty much, everyone's kind of burnt off. There's only a few people left. I'm not gonna name their names, but there's a few of them left, and they occasionally will make videos and stuff. But I feel like kind of like the last of the Mohicans, right? And I said, I'm doing what I can to hang in there and put out some content. There's times that I just think to myself, it's been a good run. Should I, hang it up? Should I just move on? But I'm still enjoying this engagement with people that are ready to leave just yet, right? When the time comes. I'm not a superstar. I'm not a big channel. People hear through me word of mouth. They're like, oh yeah, Red's good people. But I'm still here, right? Still trying to do my part. But I have seen some big channels go down, brother. I have seen some of the so-called big channel preppers, people that are into this prepare. Because let's face it, preparedness sells. Being a prepper, so-called prepper, doomsday, survival gear, anything like that, it sells. Fear sells. And whether you want to look at that platform, the fool, you know what I'm talking about, right? That guy, the one that you're talk about a lot. Whether you want to talk about him, that's more monetized, more professionally set up. The thing is snaps, and this is the thing that I think about. I'm sure other people think about too. So I hope you're still listening. Since TR Live days. Oh, awesome! Wow, wow. Thanks, Jared. The thing is, snaps. I'm interested more in the backstory. Like, how did you guys? How did Dex find and meet up with Marf? Because I remember I came across this video when the guy was doing videos with his camera in front of Walmart saying the Walmart's empty and something's going on, guys. And I thought this guy's legitimate, right? He's low budget. He's on the streets. He seems like a good channel, whatever. I remember those days. And then once he went into production and he got fancy with the lights and the music and the mic and this unknown person, this man behind the mic, Dex, shit changed, right? Shit got corporate. I want to know, like, how did that all start, and who went to who first, and how did he, how did he acquire all these mods, including you and this and that? That's the story that interested me, because every story has a beginning, right? Every corporate business starts somewhere, and I think that's where the juice is, brother. And I'm glad that you were showing some pictures because a lot of times, a lot of us that didn't follow your group in the beginning, I'm like, I don't even know who the hell these people are. I need a picture to go with the name because I just hear all these names and I don't see any faces. But I know you're doing what you do, so you know this is your mission. This is what you feel you're called for. I wish you the best, brother. I wish you the best because Your advice, your wisdom, your channel is way more important than any of these channels, Red. Thank you for contact. Truth, though, thumbs up. Appreciate you, brother. The video helps. Red hit all. Yeah, thank you, brother. Appreciate it. You know, it really is a fine balance of like you want to be you want to be in tune with the current YouTubers, right? And I'm seeing that transition of like, you know, I'm wanting to be in the mix, but I also want to keep that balance of staying humble, staying grounded, staying level-headed, not getting too big-headed, because we all do. Here, I'm gonna admit this. There's times that I've had to pull myself back and say, hey, rein it down a little bit. Don't get big-headed. I have a big head, but don't get big head, you know? So it's lessons to learn, and I think when you can find that balance of like staying humble, being humble, live a little bit better life, right? And eventually, whether you shine the light on the other dude, the other channel that we're talking about so much, things will come to light, brother. And I know that your mission is for you to do all the work and see it through, but it may happen naturally on its own. And I really think, like Vlad says, your buddy Vlad, love that guy, love that channel, man. I know he has some speech or some health issues because he's trying to get the words out. But ever since I saw his channel, I'm like, I like this guy. I like his the way he puts his videos out. But eventually, the truth does come out. I'm going to read your comment here in just a second, but the truth does come out, right? And in time, everything will reveal itself. I really think, like Vlad said, if he would just say, you know what, I'm going to be honest with you guys. Yes, we did X, Y, Z. Yes, I did not do what I said I was going to do. You know, I messed up. I fucked up. And now I want to make it right. And just admit it, right? That's what your main thing is. Just admit fault. Admit that you didn't do what you said, and say, from this day forward, I want to do the right thing. Help me do the right thing, guys. Give me a second chance. I'm more than sure his followers would continue to follow him. But the thing is, what gets you driving is that he does not admit that. And the thing with crooks and criminals, they don't admit faults. They don't admit their crimes. They're just like, well, I didn't do that. Did you get me on film? Right? Do you have any proof or evidence? I'm not saying nothing. It's like someone that cheats, right? They don't admit that they're cheating until they get caught. Until it's actually proven that they've cheated, they're going to deny it from day into day out. They're just not going to admit it. So let me read your comment. Okay, we definitely can show that he met mods through Discord. Mods introduced Adam through. Okay. Uh, platform Discord. Yeah, all that technology, and the thing is that, like, you're right. Like, once people join up and sign up for that whole Discord, then they have people's information, right? Yeah, it sucks that people can't wake up. People cannot wake up and say, "What's up, Bizza?" That's the man right there, Bizza Rizza Jizza. He's been a long time sub, good friend of mine. Go check out his apocalyptic stories, Doomsday. Hopefully, he'll start that up again. I'm sure you have enough content with today's news, Bizza. But yeah, you know, you know, all I can do is sit back and watch and be like, the day will come. You know, as long as I'm living, the day will come for that dude. And it's sad. It's sad that he can't see his own faults and be like, and so because of that, somebody has to bring it to justice, bring it to light, right? Light up the darkness, right? As Will Smith says in I Am Legend. So, anyways, starting the writing process, awesome, good stuff, good stuff. Yeah. So, yeah. Other than that, guys, just laying low, doing what I do, drinking my coffee before my day starts, trying to find some balance, trying not to get overwhelmed and consumed with the whole doomsday prepping, World War III, blah blah blah. It's I see so many channels online. They're like, something's coming, guys. I don't know what it is. Something's coming. I get the feeling too, and then nothing happens. Like, glad I didn't buy all that prep stuff. I was gonna buy it. I mean, I have what I have, right? You have what you have. Good morning, Moon Sprout. Good morning to you. Good morning, Red and Chat. Yeah, I thought I'd jump on because I haven't jumped on in a while. And oh, Bizza, real quick since I got you live, I heard back from Slide, man. Short text, simple, just hey. Messaged him a couple times, like, dude. So yeah, I'll catch up with you on that. But yeah, I don't know what's up with Sly. Worry about that dude, but you know, it's only so much you can do from afar, right? Let's see who else we got here. Matt, Chad, Bizza, Moon, Moonsprout, planting fruits trees today. Yeah, you gotta produce. You gotta progress in life. You can't let WW3 stop you from planning shit. You know, you gotta plan for the future. Plan some stuff. Take your mind off of it. Grow. That's your hobby. Enjoy your fruits of labor, right? Seeing your stuff growing and all that. But yep. I don't know about you guys, but this Friday temperatures are gonna drop like in the 50s, and that's cold for us. So right now, I felt that little breeze come through, and I can see I have these candles lit, and the flames are just going to the side. So this weekend's gonna be cold, and for anyone that missed it, I am actually gonna take a trip to Oklahoma to go help one of my kiddos move and see my grandson. And their temperature is it's gonna be sunny all weekend, but it's gonna be like in the low 50s, I think, high 40s, and then at night 25, 25 and 31. I'm like, damn, that's cold. That's cold for this Texan, but I'm gonna make sure I bundle up, stay warm. I'm not trying to get sick. So I have a long drive this weekend to do tomorrow and Sunday. So I'm gonna take my time. I'm gonna take my time going solo. 70 here today, 48 tomorrow. Wow, it's nice. I mean, I'm sure for you guys that are used to that kind of weather, you miss it. Mayhem Studios. Good morning, sir. Good morning to you, Mayhem. Hey Mayhem, real quick, just a question. You still talk to those other guys on the other channels, or y'all just kind of split ways? Just just a simple question, simple response. But I saw your little post about y'all having to repost or redo that live stream. So I know you're doing the veterans thing. So anyone that's not subbed up to Mayhem, go check him out. He's I believe you're a vet, right, Mayhem? You served. Currently in the 60s, Match had said during the day, lows 40s at a ooh hoo hoo. That's some good sleeping weather right there. We're supposed to get snow this Saturday. Cleveland, Ohio. Wow. Right, Moon. I made my first crab apple pie a month ago. Ooh, that sounds good. Yeah, Army. Okay, cool. Yeah. Veterans Day to all the veterans out there early. Eating with Matt Chat. I think you were in the military. Mayhem. Somebody else. Anybody else in here? I don't want to say Happy Veterans Day, but just respect Veterans Day to all the people that serve. So, yeah. Oh my bad. I am not a Marine, but happy birthday, Marine. Yeah, Marines. Marine. You know, John, the prepared mind. He was one of my first guys that I actually like trusted. Right, we exchange information, so I know him from back in the day. John's still doing his thing and all that. Always wish him the best of luck. But he's a Marine, John, the prepared mind, and he. I told him I was like, man, every Marine that I've met, and this is true, every Marine, 99% true. Every Marine that I have met that served is not is is not afraid to speak their mind. They're blunt. They don't care. They're not disrespectful, but they're just honest with you. They're not rude. They just speak their mind, and they don't care. They're not trying to hide. You can come after them. Good luck. Like, got some balls on you, man. Yep, that pack is never off. Yeah, yeah, and I respect that. That's to me, it's just like it's fucking awesome, man. Fucking awesome. So yeah, even channels. I don't know if you guys remember. What is that? The old Marine one. Remember the guy, white guy with the beard? He died from cancer a couple years ago. I believe it's Omari one. Very vocal, very unapologetic. You know, seemed like a good dude. Thank you for supporting, man. Yeah, thank you to all the vets. Thank you to all the vets who served, man. In fact, the guy that I sold that jacket to, that the heavy military jacket to, he was a Marine. I was having a conversation with him about today's people, today's generation, the woke generation, because me and this guy were the same age. We were both Gen X, and I was like, man, our generation has seen more changes in our lifetime as Gen X people. I think it's like 1960 to 1980 or something. We've been through more changes than any other generation, and you see the transition of today's generation that they don't take pride in this country like they used to, right? I have an American blanket right over there. I have an American pillow over there. Over here, that big American flag. I have a little wood flag over there. I'm proud to be an American. Am I gonna wear a, Stars and Stripes shirt when I go out? No, but I am proud to be an American. I'm glad that I live in this country. I would never leave this country to go somewhere else. But it's sad that they don't take that same pride and joy of being in America, being in this country, and realizing we have all these freedoms. And he was telling me, he's like, I don't think that until they lose those freedoms and they dwindle down to nothing, that only then, and that's so sad, that only then they will realize what America was, what it was built on, what we had, until it's lost. And I think to myself, after our generation, I don't know about the Gen Z, but after the Gen X generation dies off, I think that it won't matter. I think that that old mindset of America, Americans, true Americans, proud Americans, I think it'll die off too. And there's nothing you or I can do about it other than preach the word, install in the kids today, and hope that they carry that on. That's all you can hope. My everyday hat is a salute or troops. I thank a veteran or military personnel every day for their service, even though I serve. That's awesome, Frank. Good morning to you, sir. Good morning to you. Guns coast to coast. You're not wrong, Red. You're not wrong. You're just outvoted, as you say. you know. And guns. I know you haven't done any videos lately, and I think about that quote that you say. You're not wrong. You're just outvoted. I believe that's how you say it. I think about that a lot, and it's not about me being. It's not. It's nowadays. It's not so much about me being right and you being wrong. Whoever I'm talking to. It's more about what have we learned from this, right? It's not about I'm right, you're wrong. I'm good, you're bad, right? I'm better, you're worse. For me, where I'm at in my life, it's more about what can we learn from this experience. You think I think you fucked up. You think I'm wrong, I think you're wrong. I think I'm right, I think you're wrong, and vice versa. What have we learned from this? What can we learn from this moving forward? That is where I'm at in my life more. Because as I get older, I realize the time that I would normally argue and debate and hold out and say, I'm not saying nothing till you say something. I know my time is precious. I know my time is not as long as it used to be. I don't have time to wait around for an apology. I don't have time to wait around for you to have that conversation and admit whatever it is that we need to hash out. My thing is, what have I learned from it, and how can I better myself and move forward? But better than that, what have we learned from this? Are we good now? Are we on the up and up? Can we move on from this and learn and be better people? That is where I'm at now. I can sit here and point out 10 things wrong with people that I don't like on YouTube or in personal life. I realize that people don't change, they don't want to change. You know, you can't make people change. Everything is so polarized that conversations about hard things can't even happen. Yeah, you can't even bring up conversations about like, hey, I noticed that you fuck up a lot here at work. I noticed that you are doing stupid shit on the street. I heard that you're sleeping around too much. Yeah. You can't have those conversations because people don't know how to have conversations. People don't know how to just conversate without yelling at each other. If I get on here with another YouTuber that I dislike or they dislike me or we disagree, I would like to think that I'm going to be the calm one and say, let's have a conversation. And they may want to yell and scream and holler and hit the table or whatever. That conversation will go nowhere. And the reason for that is because you can't get anywhere when people are yelling. Because when you're yelling, you're not listening. When you're not calm, right, you can't progress because you have so much anger in you. So, again, as I say, what can we learn from this? So, even when you speak the truth, exactly, people will deny the truth. It's exactly right, Warsaw. Good morning, Warsaw. Patriot to you, sir. I'm going to go heat this up real quick. Give me a minute. I'll be right back. And we'll chat a little bit more. Chris Cox, I don't know what happened. You retracted your comment. So I need coffee. Especially when you speak the truth. Alright, I'll be back. I'm I'm yelling like Ackland. Alright, Chris. You're welcome to stay, brother. Just keep it cool with everybody. I'll be right back. Back. Alright. Heating up some coffee over there. What do we got? Mayhem. I was getting upset the other day when people were talking about W, and I was laying down the truth. W. Yeah, but no one wants to. Yeah. The thing is, Mayhem, here's the thing, because I've seen, as long as I've been here on YouTube, that's another thing. When you tell people that you've done something for so long, some people just don't give a shit, right? They don't care. You could have been here 20 years. It means nothing to them, right? And to me, that's just foolish. If I start a job and there's an old guy that's been there for 15, 20, 30 years, that's the dude I want to talk to. That's the dude that I want to gain knowledge. Why? He's been here the longest. He's seen a lot of shit. He's probably learned a lot of stuff. He's experienced. Um, he's the guy that you want to get. He has survived this long. What is he doing that I need to learn? He looks like he might be from Houston. Leaves. Let's see. You talking about me, Chris? If so, I'm nowhere near Houston, brother. But yeah, I'm in Texas. I'm in Central Texas, and that's about all I say. So, but yeah, Texas weather's coming in. So, Red, I'm gonna get. Appreciate you, Bizza. Appreciate you. I know, right? I'm just staggering at that whole, I don't know, 1600 or so, whatever. But yeah, I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate it. I just need to do more content. I just, I'm stuck on the knives and stuff like this. Just what I do, and I don't want to ramble too much and kill people's ear. But I appreciate that. Mayhem, you were saying about the whole, yeah. The problem is that people. Okay, here's what give. Let me go get my coffee. I'm gonna speak on this. What you just said. Hold on. All right, I'm back, man. No, I know what you mean, bro. WW2. Sorry. Okay, I'll say this, and I saw this a while back on another channel. People that have been in the YouTube game, right, for a long time. I've been here since 2013. I know nobody cares. I've seen a lot of shit. Hopefully, I've learned from it. But people that are getting into the YouTube game now, people that are jumping into the whole preparedness. I'm a prepper. Um, Preaching the word, right? They don't care what the preppers before them have done or said or seen. They don't care about that. They're in the game. They're gonna bring a new vibe to it. They're gonna bring a new whatever you want to call it to the game, right? You've been here longer than me. I joined. Yeah, yeah. So, but you've seen some stuff since then too, man. People don't care about that, right? People think that they're gonna come into the game and do it better than you, right? And they may to some level. I'll give them credit. Maybe they're more flashy. Maybe they got the lights. Maybe they do a lot of this talking. Maybe they're a good car salesman. Maybe they bring a little bit better ump to the game, right? But they always think that I'm gonna do things better than you. And and here's the thing, and I'll use this analogy, this example. My stepdad, he's from Venezuela. His son, his real son, that he had in Venezuela, came here to America. And he told me, he said, your brother, my stepbrother, his son, he said, he always thinks that he's going to do it better. He's going to cut corners. He's going to figure it out. He's going to do what we couldn't do. And I told him, my stepdad told me this. He goes, I told my son, hey, do you do you think that if do you think that if it could have been done better, we wouldn't have done that already? You don't think the rest of us that have been doing this shit, me, your uncles, your grandpa, you don't think if there was a way to do it better, we wouldn't have done it better? He just thinks that he could do it better. But in reality, fast forward from that conversation that was years ago, he's realized my dad was right, right? That's the same thing with YouTubers now, right? You can try to tell them and give them some. The ones that listen, they'll take your advice. They'll be like, okay, I'll do this, And I always tell people, engage with your audience. Try to stay relevant. Try to stay current. Put out videos. You can't win everybody over. You're going to piss people off. People are not going to like you just because they think you're arrogant. You're just know-it-all. You're Mr. Goody Two Shoe, Mr. Clean. The truth is, the truth is, they don't want to take your advice because they think they can do it better than you. And again, I will give them some credit. Maybe in some way they're doing it better. Maybe they're presenting the message better. Maybe they got the fancy lights, the back screen, the blue screen, the green screen, all that. Maybe they got the best mic possible. Maybe they're buying subs. But when you try to bring light to a topic that some of them don't, I always thought I knew better than my dad. Boy, I was wrong. And you live and learn, Mayhem. You live and learn. Let me go back up. I got some people jumping in here. Let me see comments. Oh, let's see. Let's see. Hang on, let me see. And those are normal. I'm sorry, you guys jumped on me real quick. Let's see. Chris said he looks like he might be from. Okay, yeah. I had to answer that one already. Our freeze is usually in early December, Central Texas. And those that have no military experience talking about military. I don't talk about military operations. I talk about shit that I've seen on TV, that I've heard from other people talk about. But I don't go into like technical war game shit like that. It's just that's not my forte, you know. It's real sad watching them talk. They know it exactly. And this is where, mayhem. This is where when I watch other people and I'm just like, this dude's not a prepper. This dude does not know what he's talking about. But I don't go on their chats and shit on them. You know, I don't go on and let them do what they do. What have I learned from this? Remember at the beginning that says, what can we learn from other people? Shitting on them is not going to change them. It's not going to help me. It's not going to make my life better. Like, oop, I just shitted on 5 different channels and went in there and like trolled them and went in there and put them down and blah, blah, blah. It's not going to make my life better, right? It's only going to make me look uglier, right, as a person. What have I learned from this? Not to do these things, right? I just left Virginia Bushcraft. Virginia, welcome. The Virginian Bushcrafter. I just left San Antonio, Texas. Love it. Yes, San Antonio's awesome. And I just lost power to my freaking computer. Fuck. Alright, let me see. Gotta put my glasses on here. Let's see. Sorry, I gotta look at the screen here because the stupid computer went out. Yes, sir. Texas. So now I'm in Oklahoma. Actually, yeah, Oklahoma. I'm actually going to Oklahoma this weekend to go help my daughter. They bought a house and also see my grandson. So he is now going to be in Okie. So I can only spend a couple days in that state because you know my Texas starts fading and I start feeling uncomfortable now. So we'll always fuck around with the Oklahoma people, but they're good people over there. Just you know, it's this rival football that we have. So damn, I jumped up on this thing. So let me see. I just left San Antonio. I said, and those that okay, let me go back up. Yes, sir. But I saw okay. Let me see. It's all woke of hell now. Yep. Warsaw. Moon said we're having amazing fall this year. Could use a little rain, a little bit more rain. Warsaw Patriot, you're right. Hence, Warsaw, roger that. You've been here longer than me. Okay, I saw that one. My oath is to my country, not a corrupt system. Warsaw, amen. I miss that whole crew from those days. Yeah, the old crew. I mean, even some of the ones that, you know, I know some people were big on the Hibernian sin, Irish. I like the dude. I think he was just, you know, he just got caught up in the whole gimme, 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 gimme. I know a lot of people liked him, but I think that's where his downfall was. He got greedy, and when people stopped giving him money, he just said, "There's nothing in it for me." We're always my favorite city. I lived there in 1996, 1988. I hope that. Yeah, I'm not a fan of Houston either, brother. I don't really watch Newsy preppers anymore. Teach me to do. I always thought I knew better. Yeah, and we live and learn, right? Right. That's good. Oklahoma. Okay, last time Tulsa, Oklahoma cities. Wow. College is not a guarantee. Nope, college is not a guarantee that you will be successful in life. Jobs, you don't need a total scam. Man. All right, guys, I gotta sign off. I gotta go. I gotta go log on to work. So thank you for joining me. I appreciate it. I hope you have a blessed day. And again, it's not about you're right, I'm wrong, vice versa. It's what can we learn from this experience so that we can be better. Even if our journey split off, what can we learn from this experience? Sometimes you got to put the right and wrong, right? Let the chips fall where they may. Do good, be good. Teach your kids that. In Mayhem, I know you have boys. Teach them as much as you can because now you'll find yourself in your dad's situation. And hopefully they'll say, man, my dad was right. I thought I was right, but my dad was right. So, all right, you have a blessed one. Chris, thanks for joining us. Peace out. Catch you again. All right. Always. Adios, amigos. Right out.